Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out A Delver Dreams Their Own Demise by Fizzhog. This is a very abstract, sort of puzzle exploration game from what I can tell. It's way out there though. Just in the couple of seconds that I took to just try and get volume levels on this before I started, I'm not quite sure what we're going to see in this one. It could be very much up in the air. But it's going to be interesting, whatever it is. So let us get started. There aren't really any major controls worth speaking about. The only thing that I know, and this is, I think, a really good piece of advice for anyone that goes ahead and tries this one, which you should do because it is free, by the way. Press P to pause the game and get help details on any screen that you are particularly perplexed about. And I have a feeling there will be several. So here we go. Let's start up a game. So the first screen we're presented with is this one, and we have a star for a cursor, and we can choose any of these figures, which kind of remind me quite a bit of tarot cards, but sort of like simplified. I'm assuming these are like sort of classes. Looks like we've got a knight with a sword and a shield on the far left, maybe a thief with a dagger, possibly like a cleric the next one over, an archer possibly. It's kind of hard to make out because they're very overly simplified line drawings, sort of more doodles than anything. Looks like either someone with a staff or a spear. This one, I'm not really sure what to make. Maybe a magician. Not really getting much from that one. That looks like a princess, maybe. Someone with like a parasol, and another person with a long sword. But some of them have black dots underneath, some of them don't. Not sure if these are like unlocked or locked or not available or something. What happens if I click on this person with the sword? Oh, I didn't even realize I could make them large. Alright, so, okay, let's see. Any of these pictures become a little bit more clear when we can see them better? Not really. Actually, honestly, making them bigger almost makes them a little harder to be able to see, with some exceptions. Can we select this person, then? I kind of want to try this person with the sword, or whatever that is. Alright, so this is the first screen of the game. Let's break down what we're looking at here before we get too far ahead, and I won't linger too long, hopefully, on this screen. So in the far left corner in the top, we've got what looks like a coin, a silver coin with a 1, and possibly a health bar or some sort of HP meter. Looks like blood moving. Then we've got the word eel, or the letters E-E-L. Then at the bottom it says, "Till sudden I perceive it stir," and then, a comma and then 2 dashes. Like, I'm not sure where we're going with that. So I guess we're completing that statement or something. And then there's some sort of a cryptic pattern that seems to be changing in some way that I'm not entirely sure I understand. Sometimes we got full rectangles, sometimes we got a split in half with boxes. Possibly that could be time passing. Actually, maybe in binary or something. I'm not really sure. Let's hit P. So left mouse for click letters to complete words, right mouse for next screen. Okay, so we've got a couple of letters that are sort of blurry here, and I haven't even addressed the fact there's like a giant soldier man just standing in front of us. If I left click on him, nothing happens. So we can choose to finish this word with, looks like an F there, it's very blurry, or an I. Well, I-E-E-L doesn't really make anything. And I presume that oh, I've taken too long. Alright, we go to Horseland now. We've got a horse that is rendered in 3D, and it looks like it's got letters on it. Can I click the letters that are moving? No. It's, is it even a horse? Maybe it's a unicorn. Very mysterious. Reminds me a little bit of Catherine in some ways, and there seems to be a sprite or something. Let's not linger. Let's pick one of these pictures. Let's pick the loaf of bread. That seems like a good place to be. Alright, now we've got a view that looks like it's out of a suit of armor. Pressing key gives us pressing P gives us W key to move forward, spacebar to hit targets, to attack, to, and defend. So press P to unpause. Alright, so we're gonna do a little bit of like a dungeon crawling segment now from a first-person perspective, which is absolutely not what I expected to be doing in this game. Until, I guess we'll run into somebody here and we'll try and hit spacebar to coincide with these little icons, which should dictate whether I attack or defend. I think we get 1 revolution of the sword each time, and we can only put in so many attack or defend actions before it erases them. And the dude is sort of just like bugging out on the other side. Also doesn't seem to have a face, I guess. Fizzhog, you're making a weird game here. I'm definitely enjoying it, though. It's extremely atmospheric in a very surreal way. The soundtrack is just, it's very nuanced, it's kind of quiet. Reminds me a little bit of like something you might encounter in a particularly peaceful place in Dark Souls, actually. And you should probably go ahead and like count up the amount of times that I've made Dark Souls references in Indie Impressions videos. Oh, you know what? That's him attacking when he wigs out. I couldn't really tell. It looks like he's sort of glitching. So like a number of different models, it seems, with these characters. Oh my goodness, they're picketing me for some reason. This sort of looks like something we would encounter in Rogue Legacy after we kill everything. Alright, so we can pick a different choice here. Maybe this is like the level up screen or something? I'm going to press the hand with the dagger or the hand with the sword. And now I don't know what this is. Alright. Left mouse, click buttons to match icons on screen. Swords attack if they are on screen. Shields defend if they are on screen. I think we're saying if the swords are on screen or the shields are on screen. Hands heal if your avatar is on screen. Press speed on pause. Okay, so we want to match like icons. Shield. Shield. No. Hang on. Click buttons. Oh, at the bottom. I want to make sure I click the buttons at the bottom. I get it. So we want to see if there's two blue... Yep, alright. Find things that have the same. Press them. 2 green swords, and we just got to do it fast as possible. Oh, and there's also a cooldown, so we can't do the same one too many times. Blue shield, we got that. We've got... What else do we have? A blue hand. There's 2 of those, but it might have changed at the last second. Green shield, I see 1. I see 2. There's a blue shield. Green shield, we've got 2 now. Another blue shield hasn't quite come off cooldown yet. I'm taking damage here from this. This is kind of a tricky one. Can I... Yeah, 2 red swords. I'm gonna die if I don't pick up another heal. I assume I also probably take damage if I pick the wrong one, like if it's not a match. 2 green swords. Got a green hand. Blue hand. Thought I saw a blue hand anyway. Red shield. This is tricky. I'm fighting too many things at once. Oh, I think I had 2 of that. Green hand. This is surprisingly a little harder to do than you would expect. Your mind can't seem to think in that many different directions all at once. Alright, now we've got a castle in a 3D rendered area. What's our... Oh, we don't have a pause screen here. I guess it's just another choose a thing. Oh, that's creepy. There's like dudes walking around at the end of this room. Let's pick the skull on the left, because why not? Maybe that kills me. Alright, WASD to move, run towards the portals, left mouse to shoot, press P on pause. Alright, let's find portals. And I guess we gotta, like, fend off some kind of demon characters. Oh, they actually explode. This is really quite an interesting game. It's, like, such a huge variety of different things going on. Oh, I can't shoot anymore. Why can't I shoot? Okay, move toward portals. Are there portals? Maybe I shouldn't have shot that many times. I don't actually see any I'm not sure what the portals even look like. Surprising that it can keep this level of, like, enigmatic obscurity for this long. And I have basically, like, no clue what's going on at all. But I kind of like it. Which, sometimes I don't like that kind of thing. Is this a portal? Can I go in this? It's just sort of like a wavy room. Okay, I guess not. And I think a lot of it has to do with how off the wall and, like, totally unexpected each of these sequences seems to be, because they seem like they're all pretty, like, well thought out, even though they're really strange. And then the cohesiveness of the soundtrack pulling us through the whole thing makes it all a little bit more like you can put this together into a linear story in a way. I don't know what the password is, man. What if... Okay, pass. Access denied. Well, I don't know what the password is. So we lost. I did read the README file, which told me that there is some sort of a win condition to this game. Now, I have no idea what it is, but the developer sort of issued a challenge to everyone playing the game to sort of, like, take a look and see maybe if you could email them the win words or whatever it is. I'm clearly not the right person for this game to actually, you know, solve it, but I would like to delve a little bit more into this one, as a delver dreams their own demise does. I mean, I imagine if you would dream your own demise, you'd probably delve into things several times. So, I mean, it's a really strange game. I don't know that I have a whole lot to add to it in terms of, like, analysis, because it's very fragmented in a way, but in a good way. And I think probably a lot of people playing this would have a lot of interesting things to discuss between each other, so I think that's what we should do as a little bit of a community here, as you guys and me. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead and play this. It's free to download. Let me know what you had happen to you, or if you solved the game, or if you found anything particularly interesting. And let me know in the comments what you think about the game in general, and I would love to compare notes. I mean, you saw what happened to me. I assume there's probably a number of other sequences that you can run into if you end up in the right or the wrong place. And if you can sort of piece together any of the details into where this narrative seems to be going, Let me know that as well, because I'm kind of curious about the story or the lore of this. Like, how does one assemble such a sequence of events out of their mind without some sort of like an overarching story, you know? That's kind of where I'm at with it anyway. And it helps too that there's so much art too. Like a bunch of it is really kind of unique and interesting, especially that horse with like the rainbow pattern moving over it and the hot pink trees in the background. I mean, graphically, really cool. Just probably not everybody's cup of tea, and I wouldn't blame them for that because, well, as games go, this is certainly one of the more abstract ones that I've tried on the channel. I'd probably put it in top 20, something like that. This is at least one that doesn't give people seizures, most likely, but, you know, there's a little bit of a variety there. Anyway, I think we'll wrap things up. I don't really want to do another run just because I want to leave some of the mystery to you guys in case there are more sequences, like I said, that you might run into. And I apologize for being on the game over screen for so long. But anyway, go ahead and try this out. Link's going to be in the description as well as my social media links. If you want to check out any of my other stuff, I've got over 550 other episodes available at indie-impressions.com. Links in the description as well for that. Sort them out, check them out, see what you like. And, of course, let me know anything that you would like to talk about in the comments, as well as comments on the actual gameplay, what had happened to you, if possible. And we will be back again for another episode tomorrow. I appreciate all the support. You guys are always great. And I will catch you then. Have a good night. Later.